Hello there. In this fifth video on fiddle bowing and ornamentation, with this particular video I want to just purely concentrate on bowing, and I'm going to play a tune called the Home Ruler, which is a hornpipe, and it has a definite swing, what I call a pulse, going through the tune. I'll play the tune first so you can have a listen and see how the thing actually plays out. Now you can definitely feel that tune, the rhythm in that tune, and it comes from the bowing, which in the first section of the tune, this part, that part, it's kind of like this. It's kind of like a long bow followed by a couple of short bows, and each note seems to have its own individual bow stroke. So now this is choppy, this bit. That little bit there, I'm not really bowing that with a long bow, just tiny little bows in the middle. And each note has its own individual bow stroke. So from the top again. And again. And the B section of the tune has a similar kind of bowing structure. So the bowing really is giving that pulse. So if you can get used to doing that with the bow, then you're halfway there, because the notes kind of follow on. It's very tempting after the first section of the tune, at this point, to rush through it. Don't do that. Just try and keep that bowing going, and that's almost like, that's keeping the rhythm going for you, the timing. That's keeping the timing. It's slowing it down, it's pulling it back, and it's keeping the whole tune in balance in terms of timing. That makes sense. You may notice that I use the whole of my body as a clock, basically that's what's giving me the rhythm, so I kind of bounce out the tune, and at the same time that's stopping me from going too fast and racing ahead, which is very easy to do with fiddle tunes like this. You want to get to the end as soon as possible, but in fact it can spoil it for anyone listening to the tune, so it's good to be able to hold back your speed. And then on to the B section. Now the ornamentation, there's lots of slides in this. Sorry. Now that was a nice slide. That brings the tune in. So it's just merely my middle finger sliding up to the second note on the D string. It sounds bold. It sounds as if you know what you're doing. Even if you don't, it does impart that to anyone listening to you playing. It immediately gets their attention. So that's the first couple of notes. That was a slide there with my ring finger on the third note of the A string. Same slide again. Another slide there on the first note of the A string. So those slides really do make a difference. And when you go into the B section, there's a beautiful slide right at the beginning. And there's one on the E string there on the first note. Back on that slide on the ring finger, third note on the A string. Back on the first note of the E string. So I won't talk now, I'll play the B section through as slow as possible. I haven't really put any grace notes in at all, but already this tune is starting to sound quite nice. A nice pulse going through it. It's got rhythm. The bowing is very basic, but it does have a lovely sound to it, this particular tune, and it's what you call a foot tapper, I think. So let's have another crack at this. I'll play it slowly. I won't put any grace notes in, I'll just include the slides that I've already mentioned. Okay, I just slipped one in at the end there, which was just simply my middle finger on the D string and my first finger and a hammer on and off with my middle finger. I'll put some grace notes in now, so we'll put the whole thing together. And that's a lovely tune called The Home Ruler. I perhaps put a few more grace notes in than I would normally play there, but I was just trying to show what you can do to embellish this particular tune. It probably doesn't need a lot doing to it. I think the slides are definitely necessary. I'll upload the musical notation and the tablature for anyone who doesn't read musical notation as well, so at least you'll be able to see what I've been playing. Now, just to keep it simple, just on this last part, I'll just go through the whole tune without any ornamentation for anyone who may not be able to read music or tab, who still would like to learn the tune. This tune starts on the D string, it's played across all 4 strings, and I'll try and go as slowly as possible so you can see what it is I'm actually playing. 3, 4. Don't forget there's a small sort of wheel below this video panel on YouTube that if you press on or click on that icon, it allows you to choose the playback speed of a video, which is very, very handy if you're learning a tune for the first time and you want to examine exactly what the notes are. So that might be useful if you want to go through this tune slowly, and even slower than I just played it, to learn. Okay, I think that's covered most of the things in this tune and what I wanted to put across to you. I hope it was helpful. I hope the bowing thing has gone across. I've got my foot tapping here, which is annoying because of course the microphone doesn't like that. But I'm not bothered because I like to keep the timing right with my body moving in rhythm with the tune. As you may notice, I struggle to stand still when I'm playing. I do tend to feel the rhythm throughout the whole of my body. So if that helps you, go for it, try it. Okay, I think that's everything. Thanks very much for watching. See you again soon. Bye-bye.